It was the summer of 2015, just before classes started up for the year, when one of my roommates and I decided to take a road trip and make the 20-hour drive down to St. Augustine, Florida to visit my dad. Our trip consisted of spending as much time at the beach as possible, partaking in a volleyball tournament, playing catch, bodyboarding, lounging around, and just being bums. It was our last day in St. Augustine and it was a beautiful sunny 80 degrees. We decided we wanted to spend the whole day at the beach doing as much bodyboarding as possible because the tropical depression offshore was sending good waves in. We chose a spot at the beach that wasn't very crowded near where people were fishing off the pier. Both my roommate and I were floating out near the end of the pier when we heard a loud, piercing shriek of a lifeguard whistled and a red flag being waved. We knew this was a sign to come ashore, but we assumed it was because of a rip current or an emergency with another swimmer when we heard the one word you don't want to hear when you're in the ocean: shark. At the moment, I didn't know if it had been spotted near us or where it could be. All I knew is we had to get out fast. Luckily, we made it out of the water without incident, and that's when we realized where it was. About 100 feet down the beach, we saw a large crowd gathering, so we rushed over and saw the shark had been caught and reeled ashore. We joined the crowd around the shark, being thankful it wasn't an attack, but now there was a struggle to remove the hook from the corner of the shark's mouth and to get it back in the water. Being the shark expert I thought I was from Iowa, I decided I would be the one to get the hook out of its mouth. With 3 men holding the shark down, I took pliers and went to work on removing the hook without the shark removing my hand in the process. After a few attempts, I was able to remove the hook from the shark, and the next came the task of reorienting the animal and getting it back into the water. After a few others attempted, I nervously walked out, grabbing the shark by the dorsal fin and the tail fin, making sure to keep behind it as I walked out in the surf and began fighting with the waves, and getting it deep enough to where I could push it out in the water. After getting deep enough where the shark was fully submerged, I pushed the animal out in the water, and it was finally able to swim out on its own. We decided we had enough excitement at the ocean for that day, and we went back to share the story with our family and friends. And although I'm sure this won't happen again for my eyes to see, next time at the ocean, you'll bet I'll be thinking about what animals are in the water with me.